cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence.
What's up, good people, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I am your host, Comedian96, along with Freddie G, K Money, and Slash. Collectively, we are the Minded Men. I want everybody that's on YouTube to go out and subscribe and click the like button. Follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast and on IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, good people, and welcome back to another edition of Think Thursday. This week's topic, you know, we're getting back into the football season, right? We're getting back to the swing of things. Right now, it's preseason. Man, y'all fellas, y'all know this year, the first Thursday night football is like September 5th, like right after. So they're starting early. I think they're doing an extra week of football this year. Is that correct? One extra week, y'all know?
Not sure.
Yeah, because it normally starts on the 13th, the first Thursday. I'll be waiting, but I just seen the episode.
I count the season starting from the first preseason game. So.
I know. I don't look at the preseason until the very last game because they're people trying to keep their jobs.
Well, the first preseason game is this Thursday.
Yeah, but that's this Thursday. That's preseason for August. But I'm talking about the real season. I really don't care about preseason that much until like the third or fourth game. They trying to keep the jobs and they hitting. That's when they real hitting going. They gonna lay you out to keep the job. That's the only time I look at that. But other than that, they're starting early this year. I think it's September 5th or 6th. It's a single digit. Normally it's 13, somewhere around there. But who y'all think gonna win the Super Bowl this year? So that's where you guys come in. I'm gonna have you guys pick 3 people, and what I'm going to do first, and I'm going to go over the 33 teams that are in the NFL. We're going to talk about them. And if they're one of your picks.
32 teams, right?
I just counted this thing. It says 33. So I'm going to recount again. Eagles, Kansas City, Green Bay, 3. Chicago, New York, San Fran, that's 6. Raiders, Patriots, Minnesota, 9. Detroit, Miami, Buffalo, 12. Seattle, Washington, Denver, 15. Jets, Baltimore, Houston, 18. Carolina, Cincinnati, Los Angeles Chargers, 21. New Orleans Saints, Arizona Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, 24. Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, Tampa Bay Bucks, 27. And then you're right, 32. I can't count. So Jaguars, Los Angeles Rams, Atlanta Falcons, 30. And then Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh, 32. You're right, 32 teams. My bad. It had an extra little slot right here in this little box, and I know you like to see.
As a football fan, you should know that. That's a basic. That's basic.
But I thought the extra team.
That is basic.
I know.
So basic.
But I said I miscounted. It had an extra box
you
right here.
You shouldn't even have to count as a football fan. If any stranger walk up to you, how many teams are there in the NFL? You should say 32.
It's 32.
You're a football fan.
I am, but just for the ones that's not missing, there was an extra little box in here. It didn't disappear.
It
disappeared.
Spell that.
I want to.
Okay.
So
he got a T in it somewhere.
It disappeared for real. Yeah. All right, so let's go over. This is what we're gonna do. You just put 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go over these 32 teams, and you put them in your 1 slot, 2 slot, 3 slot. If they don't belong in your slot, we just move on. First one is the Philadelphia Eagles. Anybody got them winning the Super Bowl 2024-2025 season?
Don't belong in the slot.
No, I don't have them.
You don't have them. K-Money?
No, sir.
No, sir. Me either. I think they'll make the playoffs, but that's about it. They don't know what to do with their running back situation, I think. That's just my opinion. They got too many running backs by committees.
But you know who their starting running back is, right?
Man, they don't never. It's always running back.
Do you know who their starting running back is?
I can never tell.
I'm going to tell you who they.
Is it Sanders? Miles Sanders?
I'm going to tell you who their starting running back is. Saquon Barkley. Now, how are you an NFL fan and don't know that?
Because I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm not an Eagle. I could care less.
I said NFL fan.
I'm not an Eagles fan. I don't follow all the teams. I only even follow them damn Rams and them damn Texans. That's it. Them damn Rams and them damn Texans.
Saquon Barkley is their running back.
But see, when they send Miles Sanders over there, he was supposed
Saquon Barkley is
I
their
get
running
it,
back.
but he's broken up, stays injured.
Nah, he's not broken up.
He stayed injured with the Giants. Stayed injured on the injury report with the Giants. Every year. Never went through a full year. They're worse than Houston in going to get these running backs. They'll get 1,000 running backs, and then once you get over there, running back by committee. Watch. He'll start off running first 2-3 seasons. If they ain't going the way they go, he's going to be third string. They're going to put, what's that little short running back, the little bowling ball. What's his name? The little bowling ball running back. They're going to put all them in front of him, Miles Sanders back in front, and they're just going to do it by committee. That's why they can't make it nowhere. They get running back by committee. They don't stick with one running back. When they were sticking with Miles, they did good.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Their leading rushing touchdown person to rush for touchdown is not a running back.
It's the quarterback.
It's the quarterback. So it's a part of their scheme. So that's what's getting them the rushing yards.
Yeah, that's stupid because now the quarterback is
How is
not
it stupid when it's effective?
It's stupid because
it stupid when
it's
it's
not.
effective?
It's not okay.
It's effective.
It's not effective because look at the quarterbacks. Look at what's his name? He only scrambled when he need to from Kansas City.
We're not
He
talking about
scrambles.
scrambling. We're
Yeah,
talking about-
Mahomes. He only
listen,
scrambles when he
listen,
needs.
we're
He
not
is not a
talking-
running
listen,
quarterback unless he
we're
got
not
an open
talking
lane.
About scrambling, we're talking about design run.
But is it effective? Did he win a Super Bowl? No.
It's effective because they got
They're
there.
getting to the
And they're putting points
getting
on the
deep in
boards with it.
postseason.
You can put the points on the board, but you ain't got a ring. Ain't nothing to talk about. Let's go to the next team. Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, on the list.
They are number 3 for me.
They not on my list.
They number 2.
They on.
They number 2 for you?
Yeah, they number
Okay.
2.
Okay. Freddie G said number 2.
They not on my
K
list.
Money not on that list. Slash.
I put them at 1 because of the.
You think they're gonna win again?
I think so, man.
They'll be if they do, they'll be the first team to three-peat.
Yeah, I put them at 3. I don't put them because I'll tell you why.
They're number 2 on my list.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers, my cousin's favorite team.
Nope.
Yeah. They've always had good defense at the beginning of the season, but then after that they be trash. Chicago Bears.
Nope.
No Chicago Bears. Nah. And since Saquon is gone, Giants. No,
not at all.
Who will be their running back? You know, Freddie?
No, I don't.
Okay. San Fran. I can't believe I'm not putting them in my list.
They on my list.
They on there.
Number 2 on my list.
I love
I
Purdy's.
put them the Niners.
Niners? What about you, Freddie G?
They're not on my list.
They're not. And surprisingly, I kind of think they would do it this year with McCaffrey, Purdy, and then Kittle at the tight end. Did they? But they lost one of their good receivers. They lost.
No, they're in contracts with. In talks with Brandon Ayuk. They still. They haven't lost him.
Not yet.
He's just. They're in
like
contract negotiations.
Yeah, that's the slot receiver. Now, if that would change the game because now your deep
boy got
receiver.
to stay healthy, Debo.
Huh? Debo Samuel. That's what I'm saying. But Ayuk was your slot. So when you put 2 people on him, he can run up the seam and catch those touchdowns that way. He was like a Percy Harvin, so to speak. So
Debo wasn't healthy this last Super Bowl. I thought that played a huge
a big factor. But they couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey though. They just can't stop. I don't know, man. That dude, he can run that ball, man.
I think that they're going to be their issue is not going to be with the offense.
It's going to be the defense.
It's going to be with the defense.
You can throw on them jokers.
That's
you can
why,
throw
that's why
on
I
them
don't have
jokers.
them on my list.
You can throw on them. Okay, the Raiders. The Raiders.
No.
New England Patriots, they out of there. I think they done for.
No, sir.
They are done for. Minnesota Vikings.
No.
Not on mine.
Okay. All right. Everybody agree to that. Now, this is where it get interesting. And y'all probably none of y'all ain't gonna pick these, but I did. I watched them. They should have gotten further than what they did in the playoffs last year. Detroit Lions.
They're number 3 on my list.
They're number 2 on mine. No, actually, they're number 1. I believe they'll win the Super Bowl this year.
They're number 3 on my list.
They're number 1.
I put them 3 on mine as well.
There was 11 in defense. Defense is number, and they had so many trick plays that no one seen last year. And I believe they're gonna come with some more.
So far you got the Kansas. You mentioned the
Kansas City
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I got them at 3.
They were number 2 on my list.
They number 3 for me,
and Detroit Lions is number 3 on my list.
and number 1 for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
I
said
have
number 1.
Frisco number 2 and Detroit number 3 for me.
Okay, Detroit number. Okay, so we all got it. What you got?
I don't have Detroit.
Nobody so far. You don't have
I
a
didn't
list.
put the Lions. I think
He got
Frenchie,
KC.
You got the Lions. I got
Yeah.
KC.
Yeah, I got
And,
KC for
that's
number
it.
2.
All three of
And
us
I
got
D-
K. All
and I
th-
got
No, I don't
Detroit
have
for number
KC.
3.
Okay, so Freddie G and I both got KC, and Freddie B
and
both got
Slash.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Slash got KC.
And then Slash got KC.
KC
Okay,
was
yeah.
number 1.
But most of us agree with the Detroit. Watch them. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they number 3 on my
yeah.
list.
Oh my God, I've been watching them. I said, boy, y'all better hope they don't get no more weapons. Miami Dolphins.
They're
No,
not on
sir.
my list.
They're not on my list, but I think
They
they'll
scary.
make. They scary. They'll make some noise. I think they'll make some noise. The Bills out of there.
They're not on my list.
They're not on my list no
I
more.
think that opportunity is closed. The window of opportunity is closed.
It's
for the Bills.
closed. They lost all their receivers. They number 1 receivers. I do DraftKings. So in DraftKings they have all that. They gave me a free entry, $4 million, and to compete for the $4 million. And I just picked all Buffalo receivers. The only one I noticed, their highest receiver is only $5,500, and usually receivers go for $8,000 and $9,000. So I picked all their receivers because I know he could throw the ball. I don't recognize but one of those receivers, and that was Shakir. And Shakir was like the 3rd, 4th string or something last year. So the other 2 receivers, they're brand new, never heard of them. They don't have no stats, no nothing. I just picked them. They were 55 and 5,000.
And I want to say something real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah.
DraftKings, this is not free sponsorship for
It's
you.
definitely not. But I was just surprised at how cheap their receivers are. Receivers don't never go for that cheap unless they just don't get no play PT. So that was weird. Or
Well,
I take that back.
advertising.
I take that back. Denver Broncos, I don't know what it is. Their
No.
receivers are just not expensive at all.
No,
Take
don't.
that back. Next one's I should even name this name. Seattle Seahawks. I don't even know who their quarterback is.
No, they're not on my list.
No, sir.
Washington Redskins.
Nope, they're
Watch,
not on my list.
watch their defense. You can't run on them. Watch them, but they're not on the list. All right. Denver Broncos. No.
They're not on my list.
Nah.
Now, this team here might shock me if Brett Favre doesn't get hurt. Not Brett Favre. I keep saying that. Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt. The Jets.
They're not
Surprise
on
you
my list.
how.
They're scary, but they're not on my list.
They scary because if he throws the ball, if he just say I don't give a damn and just start chunking the ball, he got a plethora of receivers and tight ends over there. Conklin, he got 2 tight ends over there. 2 tight ends. And he got a plethora of receivers.
They got a nice defense.
And their defense, you
And
can't
they got a nice running back.
exactly. So they could be scary. I don't. Did their running back catch out the backfield? Who's their running back?
Yeah, I want to say Hall. Last name Hall.
Oh yeah, they'll be my what they call them. They'll be my like Cinderella
Wild
or
card.
underdog.
Dark horse.
Dark horse. That's what they would be. I'd watch them. I don't think they'll be a threat this year, but eventually they'll be a threat. I just don't think they will be a threat this year. Baltimore Ravens. I actually don't have them in there, but
They're not on my list, but they scary still.
they scary still. Yeah, because of the quarterback.
And
They had a bad motherfucking squad though.
They scary.
But they was cold, man. I've seen them do some shit, and I was like, okay, that's different for them. But I think it was the age of the players too. You know, they had a younger team, and they would get down that field, but they just couldn't get in there.
And that's the point I'm trying. It's like, man, once you put so much throughout the season on Lamar Jackson, he kill it. I get him every season when I do fantasy football. He kills it for me. But then he every year he does good for me, right? But then towards the end of the season, he's tired. He's tired.
I'm finna tell you what makes them a little bit more scarier this year, in my opinion, than last year. I think that the resurgence of Derrick Henry is going to come out because of the zone read, and now Derrick Henry was already people were scared to tackle him.
Yeah.
anyway.
You ain't lying, them
Now-
thighs.
Now Lamar got that zone read
yeah,
and
the
that option to
give it
keep
to
it
him or
and
keep
run.
it.
And
I
I
agree.
think that Derrick Henry is gonna find some youth, turn back the clock a little bit. So that's what's a little scary.
That's a little scary. Yes, yeah. Can he catch out the backfield, Henry?
Well, that's not
He's not a
their-
backfield catcher.
but that's not what they do really.
Yeah.
You know, that's not really what they do.
I think all of us going to be in agreement with this next team I'm about to name. The Houston Texans.
Yeah,
They number one on my list.
of course.
They number 2 on my list.
They number 1 on my list.
Next year, if we do this again, then they will be number 1. I believe they
number
need
one on my
1
list.
year to gel. And then once they gel this year, they will be the new Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be hard to beat the Texans.
My list is complete. Houston 1.
Mine is 2.
Kansas City 2.
Yeah.
Detroit 3.
My list is complete as well. Mine was Detroit 1, Houston number 2, Kansas City number 3. My list is complete. K-Money?
Yeah, my list done too.
Mine,
Who you got?
49ers, the Chiefs, and the
Texans.
Texans?
Okay, and I got
You got
Texans number 1, 49ers number 2, and Detroit number 3.
number 3? Okay, so yeah. So we were all in the same ballpark. We were all in the same ballpark when it came to the Super Bowl. Now, we have some teams left, so let's see who can be some threats to kind of make us sway our decision on who we pick so far, since our lists are done, okay? I'm going to skip the Carolina Panthers because I know they're not a threat. The Bengals. We forgot about them. Cincinnati Bengals.
I ain't forget. They're not. I'm not concerned.
I believe that quarterback has been hurt all last year. I think he's going to act a donkey this year.
I'm not concerned because of the path they have to go through to get there.
Houston,
Kansas City.
Cleveland. Well, I'm talking about that division.
Well, just look at the AFC.
let's start
as a
with the
whole.
AFC as a whole. That's what I'm looking at. The AFC. When I selected these teams, I thought about the NFC as a whole and the AFC as a whole because at the end of the day, to get to the Super Bowl, you got to come out of your conference.
Right.
True.
So I got 2 AFC teams and I got 1
NFC
NFC team. So I look at the path that they have to take to get there.
Right.
Now, out of these teams that I'm using mine for an example that I selected, Houston has a really, really hard schedule. Like their schedule is
Super hard. Yep.
super hard. If they can get through that schedule, that's going to tell me what I need to know about the Houston Texans.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like they did gel last year enough to be successful this year.
Right.
Especially with the pieces that they've added to the team.
Right. They've added some new pieces.
So they can only improve, in my opinion. The bar was set high last year for them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. And they did an excellent
And
job.
I feel like they can overcome and achieve a higher goal this year, which is to win, which is to just get deep in the playoff, actually. But I feel like they can actually go all the way.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the association, of course, is better because of the dead weight that they dropped. So they do have a better opportunity this year, and they played really good last year, But we have to expect that 2-3 year in there for them to mesh together, But they had some really good draft picks too. So
yeah, true.
perfect team, I think.
How about the Los Angeles Chargers?
No,
Nope.
No. He'll put up some numbers in there.
not afraid.
Not at all. How about the Saints? Nope.
Not afraid.
Nope.
Arizona Cardinals.
Not afraid.
Nope.
Not scary.
No,
Not scary. Not afraid.
not at all. I look at their path in the NFC.
Cleveland
They
Browns.
got hard. No.
Even with our old quarterback,
No.
their defense has all been stellar. You can't run on them. You cannot run on them. They have been number 4 on the run forever.
I look at their path to get to the Super Bowl. Everybody in the AFC. I think about their path. Think about their division alone. Look at who's in their division alone.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
Pittsburgh. You got Baltimore.
Just them two alone.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Tennessee Titans out of it.
I'm sorry. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. That's a hell of a division. That's the black and blue division.
Yeah. Let's stay out of that one. Tennessee Titans.
No.
No. Colts. Forget it.
No.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No.
No.
Damn. Jacksonville Jaguars.
No.
Them damn Rams.
Not at
No.
all, bro.
Hell
F
no.
y'all. Forget y'all.
They may not even make the playoffs this year.
I'm a realist. All my Rams. I love y'all, but it's over, my nigga. Y'all 2-20. You gotta start over, Rams. What are y'all doing? Y'all let all your good people go. That's what I can't stand. What I like about Houston team, they're building for the future. One thing about the Rams, if you notice them when they win the Super Bowl, they let all their people go the next year. every
They
time.
don't hold on to the people.
They don't hold
Well,
on.
they
They
had a lot of
just
free
get
agents, didn't they?
Yeah,
Man,
that's what helped.
both
Probably
times-
what make them win.
Yeah, they were trying to win right then.
Yeah,
That
they don't keep their people once they win the Super Bowl.
Well, a lot of those here's what a lot of people got to realize, man. That salary cap means some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you're in the win now mode, usually that's because you got some bona fide players on your team and their contract is coming to
Right.
getting close to an end. So let me go out and get some
See
other
if I can
players
get some-
on
yeah.
some 1-year deals.
Right.
Well, that's some bull. Because here's
The Texans doing it with Stephon Diggs.
are they going to keep him? Because we have a
here's
habit
the
of
thing.
letting our people go.
Check
You
it out.
let Andre Johnson go. Loved him. Why? Let him stay.
Check
15 years.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Salary cap.
The Rams were successful when they did it. They
Yeah.
won the Super
They
Bowl.
They
Well,
won
they
it twice. Yeah, I
got-
know,
Exactly.
but
Salary cap. They're
Yeah.
doing Texans doing it with Stephon Diggs. $22 million this year, 1-year deal.
oh shit. Well, yeah.
They just paid. Nico
Like I
Collins.
said, that boy's gonna be a decoy. You watch out for my boy Tank Dell. He gonna get them. He gonna lead the league. If he doesn't get hurt, he's gonna lead the league in touchdowns. I don't care what nobody. He gonna blow it out the water more than Tyreek Hill, more than Christian McCaffrey. All of them. That dude. Watch him. Just remember I said that. All right, we got a couple more teams, and then I'll get back to my. I'm not taking trash out anymore. What I'm gonna do is put people off our bus, right? Because they just ain't right. Anybody that just ain't right, I ain't taking trash. I'm just gonna put them off the bus. Right? I'm gonna leave them in the middle of
Or you
nowhere.
just going to revoke their transfer?
Yeah. I revoke their transfer and just put them off the bus in the middle of no one.
Yeah, revoke the transfer.
Revoke the transfer
You,
and just
you can't go no further than right here.
Then right here, yeah, we're gonna let
Yeah.
you off right here.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do from
In the
now.
middle of no one.
In the middle of nowhere.
Oh, nowhere.
Nowhere. I said no one or nowhere. They can't talk to nobody because you trash. You got to get off the bus. All right. 3 more teams. Atlanta Falcons.
Nope.
Nah. Now D-boys. I forgot about these. I can't pronounce their name. They up the street 3 hours, 3.5
Don't
hours.
you say
Yeah,
they
you gotta
names.
say
You leave
their
their
ass.
names out this
Yeah,
whole
like-
thing.
They ain't gonna even.
Yeah. I won't even say their name. I can't. It got a little.
Cowards.
Yeah, the
Girls.
cow word. Yeah, the cow word. Yeah, whatever. Them. I think they make some noise.
That other team in Texas.
Yeah.
That other team, yeah. And then lastly, this my boy. He always made noise, but I don't think he has enough. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nah, I think that their quarterback situation is not as solid as people would think. It's just the name behind,
Behind it.
Justin Fields and Russell Wilson.
It's a hype right now.
It's
But
just
you
a hype.
can't believe it. Nah, we mentioned Chicago, which coincidentally, Chicago and Houston play in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, Chicago has the Heisman winning trophy quarterback Caleb Williams, which I expect him to do big things in the NFL. I just don't expect him to do them right away.
This year. Yeah, this year.
I think they need some more pieces because
Yeah,
Justin Fields came from Chicago and he went to Pittsburgh, and just like Freddie G was saying, the names is what people are getting hype off of as far as Pittsburgh's success this year. But I don't see it.
Yeah. Fun fact: one of the quarterbacks in the league had never lost a game till they got to the NFL. Anybody know who that could possibly be? I'm Freddie G, you a football. You're supposed to be a football fanatic. Which NFL quarterback that's
Who
playing
said
right
I was
now?
a football fanatic?
NFL. You just keep saying because you was calling me out about NFL.
Yeah, I said you.
Okay.
Are a
He
football
hadn't
fan.
lost.
Had not lost a game
He's,
till he
he's,
reached
he's
the
a
NFL.
quarterback now.
He lost it last year, finally. The first year he quarterback, but he only quarterback for the last 6 games.
The Cardinals quarterback,
He only quarterback 6 games.
Purdy.
Brock Purdy,
Yeah, he had never lost a game till he
Mr. Irrelevant. I wouldn't have known.
Huh?
Yeah, he was
That's
the
who he
last.
was.
He
He
was the
was
last
Mr.
player
Irrelevant.
drafted.
Oh, Mr. Irrelevant. I thought you called him Mr. Irrelevant. Okay.
No, that's who he was.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's who he
I had
was.
never
Last
knew that.
player
I was
drafted.
like, how do you go all little league, middle school, high school, and then college, and then
I never heard of him.
I was
until-
like, never lost a
That's why he
game.
was Mr. Irrelevant.
yeah.
Never. And he
Nobody
lost
never
his
heard
first
of
game in the NFL. I was like, damn.
I thought he was the last player drafted,
Yeah,
He
that's
was.
and that's I thought that's why he got the name Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So he's never lost a game
until
until
he
the
reached the
NFL.
NFL. That is
Yeah, okay.
Hey man,
crazy.
his money should be as long as the NFL.
That's what
is-
I say. He should be making baseball money.
That's right. How you not gonna pay the man?
And then he reaches the Super Bowl.
Well, he ain't the reason. He was part of the reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
he
yeah.
had a squad with him.
But anybody who ain't lost a game since NFL is supposed to make a bunch of money.
He's supposed to make a bunch of money.
I'm shit.
So,
what college did he come from?
Where did Purdy come from? Purdy came from one of them red with
Wasn't
with
a
the
D1
red
school,
state?
huh? Couldn't have been the school that.
He went to. I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking it up, y'all. Iowa State.
Ohio State?
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
University.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, well, time to get off the bus. And guess who I'm kicking off? Y'all want to take a guess?
Yourself.
How you know? Yeah. He came on and say yourself. Yeah, I'm kicking myself out. I'm gonna tell you why, man. True funny story. My car. When I was in my, where I used to live at, right?
Yeah.
The old apartments I used to stay at. I used to come home. I used to get up the next morning, and all 4 of my windows were down. I never lit my windows down. Never, right? And every day I kept coming back outside, and all 4 of my windows are down. So finally, somebody said, "Look at your gas tank." And that one time I looked, I said, "Man, it looks like somebody been using my car." So came outside again. All 4 windows down again. I'm looking. I just shouted real loud in front of the whole. At least put some motherfucking gas in my car if you gonna tank my shit. I appreciate you parking it. Put some gas in my car. It gets worse. I'm going off. This went on for months and months and months, right? Now, mind you, this happened in January, February, March, April.
Every month?
Man, yeah, I'm heated.
Your windows are down.
Look,
All 4.
All 4. So finally,
You figured out.
no, I didn't figure shit out.
Yeah.
I went to HEB, and this is why we're having this football topic today. Met a friend of mine that does fantasy football, asking him, is he going to do it this year?
Right.
We got to talking about football and who's playing and who's playing where, and I'm unlocking my door, right? So I'm holding down the unlock button. All 4 of my windows came down. I was like, what the? I'm scared. Some say, just hold the lock button. And then all the windows up. So all I could think about was all the times I went crazy in my apartment cussing people out. And they probably thought I was crazy. Because I thought somebody was using my car. I'm sorry. I didn't know that the buttons on it. Because it doesn't say roll the window down. It just simply says lock, unlock, open the trunk. That's it. Oh, not trunk, but the, tailgate or whatever. That's it. It doesn't say, hey, these roll the windows down as well. So I just accidentally held it down, and the windows start coming down. And I was so embarrassed.
So keeping your finger on
the lock button for
for an extended period of time
makes the windows come.
Make
the window
all
come.
4 of your windows
come down. Mm-hmm.
The unlock button.
The unlock button.
And you say lock and make them go up.
Lock, hold it down, makes them go up. And I have been cussing people out.
So that is what you go through, people, when you are, this is your first time in a foreign Mercedes-Benz type of vehicle that's going to have extra stuff to it. He don't know nothing about
nothing.
And you don't read your manual.
He don't
it's
read
too
the
big.
manual.
Oh,
So that's from
no homo.
That's from wearing them tight ass shorts.
That's what it is. Them tight ass shorts and putting that key in your pocket, man.
What tight
Stop
shorts?
wearing them tight ass shorts.
I ain't got no tight shorts.
Don't wear them.
I ain't got no shorts.
So you just go around and keeping your finger on the unlock button when you're at home. You just pressing the unlock button.
I shouldn't even answer this because Freddie's just waiting to tee off, but I got to. I was excited about football season. I was excited about the football season. If it wouldn't have been for football, I still would have been cussing people out. So I appreciate this dude telling me about the football. Because I was like, man, why is my windows always down? And I was getting mad because I was like, what's going on, man? But I want to go back to my old apartments and apologize to everybody. Because, man, I was cussing them all kinds of ways.
It's too late now, man. You can't go back over there.
But I was like, why is my windows all down every time I come outside? This is ridiculous. So I'm getting off the bus here, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all can let me out.
Yeah. Back door, please.
Yes.
Not even the front.
Okay. Join us again next week. Peace, y'all. Let me out.
This concludes our show for today, and if you haven't done so already, follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast, also IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. Also, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Black Friday